What's up, everybody? Welcome back to How It's Done. Today we're going to be walking you through the process of correctly sizing an exhaust fan for your bathroom. If you've ever had your mirrors get fogged up when you're taking a shower or a bath, even with the exhaust fan on, a good chance that this guy right here is undersized. Builders do this a lot. This is a master bathroom. It's about 120 square foot without excluding this little area here for the toilet, which is about 12.5. It's 5 foot by 2.5 foot. I'm not going to worry about this little angle here, figuring that out. But yeah, the 5 by 2.5 is going to be 12.5 square foot. So the 120 minus that, we're still looking at needing in the range of 110 CFM. That's cubic feet per minute on this. I'll walk you through the process of sizing this out, getting your exhaust fan replaced, properly sized and set up, and getting that humidity under control in your bathroom today on How It's Done. So like I mentioned, this exhaust fan is only a 50 CFM. That's cubic feet per minute. And there's another 50 CFM exhaust fan inside this toilet area. So this is another 50 CFM. Together it's 100 CFM, but if you've got this exhaust fan running on its own, and this door is shut, even if this exhaust fan is running, you're not going to be getting rid of all the humidity in this big space. So what do we need to do? We need to upsize this fan. Now to figure that out, I've already taken measurements from side to side. We've got 10 foot this way, and then from this door to this door, we've got 12 foot. So that'd be 120 square foot minus the 12.5 here. I went ahead and picked up 110 CFM exhaust fan from Amazon. This one's also got a couple extra features. It's got a light, it's got a Bluetooth speaker that you can hook to Alexa, a couple extra things you really don't 100% need, but since we're in the process of doing this, might as well do it. Now, typically, rule of thumb for bathrooms, you want 1 CFM per square foot. Since this is an 8-foot ceiling, not really worried about high ceilings. If you have 10 foot or higher, I typically like to add 20% to your square footage. So if you've got, let's say, 100 square foot, you want to calculate for 120 CFM. But yeah, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get up here, take this little trim cover off. It's stuck on there good. Alright, there's that. Then we'll unplug this. Oh man, this whole thing's falling apart. And then typically, these will just pull out of there. Sometimes they do something funky to screw it in place, which it looks like they may have done here. But a lot of the times it's just held in by these clips. But, let's see, yep, they got some screws in here I'm going to have to remove. That'll pull your motor out, and then we'll just have to remove this trim box and this ductwork. Yeah, so like I said, they got these little screws that they put in here to hold this in place. Typically they'll do something like this when they don't make the holes for these just right, and they have to screw it into a stud because they've messed up the frame. And it's not clicking into place right and not staying up there. Quite frankly, it's more common than I would like to see, but it is what it is. So then once that's done, like I said, this whole thing will just pull out and you're left with this. So from here, you can grab onto this right here and pull down. And that'll give you access to your wiring connections. Now, make sure that your switch is off, and it is. It's the one on the far left. If you want, you can go to the breaker, but the switch is going to be sufficient for this as long as no one is walking in and flipping on switches on you, because we don't want that. And there you go, and that's that. Now all we're going to have to do is pull out a couple of these nails that are holding this into the framing. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's framed all the way around because the box that we're putting back here is going to be a little bit bigger. It looks like it's only framed on these two sides. So that's where we're going to be screwing this new box to. If it was framed on all four, you would either need to go back with the same size box, or you're going to have to cut some of the wood out of the way. Right now, because of this, we're just going to have to cut some of the sheetrock back a little bit more to make it a little bit bigger for this new box. Right, so we've got the box removed. We've actually cut the opening a little bit bigger than we needed to have it. Well, actually, a little bit bigger than it was. It's the size we need it now. We've got this ductwork here, so we're going to go ahead and reattach the plastic adapter that goes to this one right here. And what will happen is this will sit in here and just kind of slide up and into the side here and lock into place when we put this fan on. So you're going to want to position it with the lip up so that when you slide this up into it, this can slide on just like that, and you can actually reach inside and pull it down and lock it into place, kind of like that. And we're going to go ahead and use this metal duct tape to attach it. Sometimes you may have a smaller duct. You might have some, say, 3-inch flex, and you're going to a 4-inch opening or something, you know, different. You might have to get an adapter. In this case, it's going to work out all right. Your situation may vary. The other thing I like to do, you don't always have to do it, but I find it's a lot easier, is to just remove all the stuff from the inside here. So on this one, we've got a screw that I removed here, and then there's another one actually behind this sticker that has to be taken off. And then I removed this little bracket here that had these 2 screws that's holding all the wires together. And that gave me access to this screw down here, and then this screw right here can come out. And then this whole fan assembly, if I can raise this, will come out. So all you're left with is this metal box. It's a lot easier to work with. Yeah, just gives you a lot more flexibility in terms of, you know, getting it all set up. So let's go ahead and get this up. We'll get some screws put through the sides here, get that attached back up to the 2x4s, and we will reassemble. Alright, so once you've got it in place, got the speakers put back on it, you've got the fan put back in, and you've got this little wiring harness holder back in, you're going to take these 2 wires, they're coming from behind the fan, and they're going to get plugged in right here, where you made the electrical connections up. I didn't show you how to make the electrical connections back up. It's super simple. Black goes to black, white goes to white. The bare copper is going to go to your green, or your ground. Super easy. So these will get made up right here. These 3 are going to get made up on the back of your trim. So you'll unclip these 2 metal clips. Those will actually slide right in here and right in here after you've got them made up to these 3 different connectors. Alright, and this is what it looks like with the trim piece on. Now all that we've got left to do would be wire up this switch. So it's going to actually be replacing this switch right here. So we'll go ahead and get this plate taken off, pull this out. This does require you to use the neutral, so probably going to take all 3 switches out so we have easier access to it, but we'll get after that right now. Alright, so like you can see, the green wire is connected to the bare ground, the white is connected to the bundle of neutrals in the back, the black wire is connected to the power. You can tell it's power because it comes from a wire nut that has a bunch of other power wires going to the switches. And then the switch leg for the fan, which is the other black wire that was on the switch, is going to the red from this switch. And now this switch is lighting up blue. So from reading the instructions, you press and hold this for a few seconds. There you go. Lights on. Went ahead and took this down in case I needed to access anything. It's got a funky little strobe thing there from the camera, but that's not actually visible to my eye. So now it's in pairing mode.
Setup mode. Follow the instructions in your device's companion app.
Yeah. So you'll have to download the app for this, the Homeworks app. Alright, so we've got everything programmed. I will say that going through the app to do this, there's 2 different apps. You want to make sure that you download the correct one. When you download the app and go to install it, it's going to actually show you a picture of this specific fan. If it doesn't, you don't have the right app. There's actually 2 of them that are named the same thing. I ended up having to call tech support to work my way through that. But at this point, you can simply say, Alexa, turn on bathroom exhaust fan. And there you have it. That's all there is to it. Alexa, turn on bathroom light. Now, the cool thing is, if you've got other lights in here that are controlled by smart switches, you can actually set them up to be linked together under the same scene. And when you say, Alexa, turn off bathroom light, everything will go off. Now, I don't have that, but you can also say, Alexa, play some classic rock.
Here's a station you might like. Classic rock on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop. So that's that. You can also control other devices throughout the entire house. So if you have a scene where it's every single light in the house and you're in your bedroom and you're getting ready to go to bed, you don't have an Alexa in your bedroom, just say, Alexa, turn off all lights. And then it will link to the scene for all lights in the house and turn off all the lights. So for us, we've got living room, dining room, family room, and kitchen all connected to that. So when we go to bed, we just say turn off all lights. Everything in the house is off. So leave a link in the description for this. If you're interested, go ahead and pick one up. Again, not a super hard install. It takes a little bit of time, and the switch here is actually pretty clean. You can do basically everything from here that you can by voice, but I don't know why you would want to. You can control the color temperature from here. I haven't figured out how to do that by voice yet. I'm sure there's a command for it, but yeah, same thing, just doing it from the switch. So that's all it is. Pretty simple, straightforward, definitely pretty neat to be able to listen to music in the shower and not need to bring a wireless speaker in here. So that's our video today on how it's done. Hope this helped. If you like videos like this, subscribe to our channel, click that like button, and we'll see you on the next one.